Sending money to another country can cost a fortune and take days, but sending a text message across the world is instant and free. So why should money be any different? That simple question is the entire reason this next cryptocurrency exists. It's called Stellar, and its token is XLM. While most of crypto chases big price gains, Stellar quietly set out to do something more practical. Move money anywhere on Earth in seconds for a fraction of a penny and reach the billions of people the banking system left behind. Today I'll explain exactly what Stellar is, how it actually works, and what the XLM token does. Let's get into it. Start with the problem Stellar was built to solve. Around the world, sending money across borders is slow, expensive, and clunky. A worker sending $200 home to family might lose 10 or 15% of it to fees, and it might take days to arrive. On top of that, well over 1 billion people don't even have a bank account, which locks them out of the modern economy entirely. Stellar was created in 2014 with a genuinely different mission: to connect the world's financial systems and make basic financial services available to everyone, not just the wealthy. That's why, unlike most crypto projects, Stellar is run by a non-profit called the Stellar Development Foundation. The goal was never to replace banks, but to build a fast, cheap, open network that money of any kind could travel across. So what is Stellar exactly? Stellar is a blockchain designed to move value, any kind of value, quickly and almost for free. Transactions settle in about 3 to 5 seconds and cost a tiny fraction of a cent. Now, if that sounds a lot like XRP, there's a good reason. Stellar was co-founded by Jed McCaleb, who had earlier helped create Ripple, the company behind XRP, so the two share some DNA. But here's the key difference to understand. XRP and Ripple focus mainly on banks and big financial institutions, while Stellar aimed lower and broader at everyday people, smaller businesses, and financial inclusion in developing regions. Same neighborhood, different mission. Keep that distinction in mind because it shapes everything about how Stellar is designed. Now let's get into how Stellar actually moves money, because this is the clever part. Stellar uses something called anchors. An anchor is a trusted business, like a bank or a payment company, that takes your real-world money and issues a digital version of it on the Stellar network. So you hand $100 to an anchor, and you receive 100 digital dollars on Stellar that you can send anywhere instantly. The person on the other side can then cash out through their own local anchor in their own currency. But what if you're sending dollars and they want pesos? This is where XLM, the token, can act as a bridge currency, a neutral middle step that one currency converts into and the other converts out of, all in seconds. Stellar even has a built-in exchange to find the best conversion automatically. The result? Money moves across the world almost as easily as sending an email. So how does the network agree on all these transactions without a bank in charge? Stellar doesn't use energy-hungry mining like Bitcoin or staking like many others. Instead, it uses the Stellar Consensus Protocol. Here's the idea in plain terms. Each participant on the network chooses a handful of others it trusts. Those trusted circles overlap with other circles and other circles until they web together across the entire network. To confirm a transaction, the network only needs these overlapping trusted groups to agree, which they can do in just a few seconds. Think of it like a rumor spreading through interlocking friend groups until everyone's on the same page, fast. Because there's no mining, it uses almost no energy and stays extremely cheap. That efficiency is core to Stellar's whole promise. Let's talk about XLM itself, also called Lumens. XLM is the native token of the Stellar network, and it has a few specific jobs. First, it pays the network's tiny transaction fees, which exist mainly to stop spammers from flooding the system. Second, as we just saw, it can act as a bridge currency to connect two different currencies in a trade. Third, every account on Stellar has to hold a small minimum amount of XLM just to exist, another simple anti-spam measure. One thing worth being clear about: XLM is mostly a utility token, the grease that keeps the machine running, rather than something marketed as digital gold to hold forever. There are around 50 billion XLM in total, with a capped supply, so no new ones are endlessly created. For most of its life, Stellar was purely a payments network, but it's grown. In recent years, Stellar added smart contracts, the self-running programs that power more advanced apps, through a platform called Soroban. That upgrade pushed Stellar beyond simple payments into the same territory as Ethereum, but with its trademark low fees and speed. The biggest result has been Stellar becoming a leading home for tokenizing real-world assets, things like government bonds, money market funds, and other traditional investments turned into digital tokens that can move instantly on the blockchain. Because Stellar was built with regulation and compliance in mind, serious financial institutions have been comfortable using it for exactly this. So today, Stellar is both a global payment rail and an increasingly important platform for bringing real-world finance on-chain. So let's bring it all together. Stellar is a fast, ultra-cheap blockchain built with a mission: to connect the world's money and include the people banks left out. It moves value using trusted anchors, and XLM, as a bridge currency, agrees on transactions through its efficient trust-based consensus and has grown from a pure payments network into a platform for smart contracts and tokenized real-world assets. The XLM token is the utility that keeps it all moving. And the honest reminder, because this is an educational channel, not a hype channel, understanding what a project does isn't the same as deciding it's a good investment. Stellar competes with XRP and many others in the payments space, and like all crypto, XLM is volatile. Nothing here is financial advice. It's here so you can understand it and do your own research with a clearer head. If this made Stellar finally make sense, hit subscribe. I break down a different cryptocurrency every week: what it is, how it works, and what you actually need to know. I'll see you in the next one.